I'm going to transition over to Steven here. And I think with Steven, I can almost bet I know what he's going to say. And yeah, people could say, well, yeah, because you talked about it before the show. We didn't talk about this, but I just know a lot of this could be headed off at the pass, or let's just say it could be muted to a certain extent if the proper expectation and conversation was handled at the front end of all of this, right?
From the beginning.
So that, almost in a way, like, I'm telling you, this is going to come up again, and I want you to remember this conversation that we're having right now.
Record this.
Because you're going to have some frustration, and we're going to run into these roadblocks. This is part of the process. You need to remember that when we get there, and trust that I'm here to help you. And, we will walk through this together. But at the same point, like, they will still come back with the, like, well, this isn't working. And this is wrong, and I've paid, however much money, and so I should have this result. So I maybe just getting beyond the coaching piece right now, like going back to the expectation setting, Steven, where do you want to start with this whole thing?
Well, I would think that the root of this entire conversation is kind of our instant gratification society. And how I've sort of framed this when I'm working with a client for the first time is trying to create or illustrate the difference between a transformation coach and a lifestyle coach. Because I think that a lot of people see on social media, they want the transformation. They see like Donna Lee from Nashville lost 40 pounds in 2 months signing up for nutritionnonsense.com. And it's somebody holding their big pants while now they're skinny, and this happened in 3 months. People see that, they see these side by side transformations. They're like, I want that. And that happened in 3 months and 6 months. Wow. Like, I'm going to sign up for whatever this plan is. And they're already getting this idea that, by that vacation that's at the end of the summer, and this is like February or something, like, I'm going to look completely different for my vacation. And then when they start getting into a program and they don't see those rapid results, now they're frustrated. Now they're like, what did I sign up for? This is BS. This isn't working. So bringing it back to transformation versus lifestyle, I try to set that expectation ahead of time. They're like, I'm not a transformation coach. I'm a lifestyle coach. So there are ways that we could cut corners and get you to lose weight faster. There are ways that we can, essentially try to just get you the fastest result possible. But if you haven't already done that before, you'll see that that's not going to be a sustainable approach. It's going to suck. It's going to feel restrictive. You're going to be hungry. It's, maybe you'll cut to the result that you're looking for, but then you're going to rebound. That I think when you drop the R word in terms of like rebound, people are like, oh, I understand that. I don't want to do that. Rebound is bad. So that's how I begin to set the expectation that, are you going to lose 40 pounds in 3 months? Probably not. Very few of my clients have ever seen that rapid of weight loss. But if we do this properly, you could lose 40 pounds over the course of a year, and you'll never see that 40 pounds again. And that's my goal.
I love that. I think that's a conversation I have a lot with people, and we can get into the details of that. But I think not just losing weight, but how do you maintain that weight loss? So exactly like not rebounding. So I have that conversation a lot of like, okay, you want to lose this weight now, but do you still want to be at this good spot in 6 months or a year? And I think a lot of people who, I've lost weight, like you kind of mentioned earlier, like I did keto and I lost 50 pounds. How many of those people are the people that just constantly rebound back and forth, and they're just actually being more detrimental to their health long term of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. Okay, I lost a bunch of weight, and they just go through this cycle over and over again. But setting those expectations of, one, that it's sustainable, but then even being comfortable. A big thing I have conversations with a lot of clients that we share a lot of clients, Steven and I, we have a lot of clients where he does the nutrition side, I do the training side, and having these conversations of, it's one thing to lose weight, but then also being comfortable maintaining this new low weight for a duration of time. How does your body function at this? How are you able to move? What's your energy? How's your exercise? All these different things, maintaining that and then kind of tapering down again. And it's not going to look at this steep decline of weight loss, but weight loss, maintain that new body weight, get your body to almost homeostasis at that, and then chip away again. And having that conversation expectation is super important.
I describe it like a staircase. Our staircase is not going to be just perpetually going down. If you've ever been on like a big ass staircase, there's probably a landing on the staircase, right? So you're going to be, probably more so for when you're going up, but you get the point. If you're going down, you hit a landing, we're flat. Then we go down again. Then we hit another landing. Then we go down again. So we're kind of stairwaying our way down. And that's how I usually try to illustrate, we can't stay in a deficit phase forever. We have to get back to maintenance. We step in and out. We hit that landing, and then we keep going down, but we don't go back up. That's the point.
Yeah.
I think the questions people have is, okay, I'm with you, man. Like, I get it. It's going to be a while. What should I expect, though? Like, what's reasonable to expect with regard to my weight loss journey? Like, again, you just said, like, there's been a few, but a couple people have lost as much as 30 pounds in 3 months. How do they do that? And I can't, and you're telling me I might lose 10 pounds, 12 pounds? Like, what are the factors here? Like, what should I expect?
Well, as far as expectations, we can just cut to it. You know, most dietitians, nutrition experts, about 1 pound per week is the generally
agree on this,
generally agreed upon as a healthy, sustainable rate of weight loss. So I would say that's for someone who is, you know, maybe overweight but not obese. Someone who is
overfat.
Yes, yeah, or someone who is within their natural BMI range. You know, not someone who is, you know, stage 3 obese. So if someone has a significant amount of weight to lose, say, you know, someone whose healthy weight would be 170 pounds and they currently weigh 275 pounds, 300 pounds, someone who has a significant amount to lose, now we may look at 1% of body weight. So if somebody who is 300 pounds, they may lose 3 pounds per week. And that would be a reasonable expectation for somebody of that size. Whereas somebody who is 150 pounds might be more like 1.5 pounds per week. That would be optimistic for a lot of people. It could definitely be less than 1 pound a week as well. So that's something to, I mean, I sometimes I get that question, like, so how long is it going to take me to lose 10 pounds? I'm like, I'm not going to answer that question because there are way too many factors. There are way too many variables, but I have heard before, you know, somebody, I remember somebody breaking it down to me like, well, what was it? Like 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. That's the caloric density of 1 pound of fat. So if I'm in a caloric deficit of 3,500 calories per week, therefore, you know, that's what 500 calorie deficit per day. Therefore, that is the formula for losing 1 pound of fat per week.
Oh, yeah.
And to that, I'm like, if the formula was perfect, 75% of our country would not be obese.
Oh, yeah.
So there were 2 clients we were talking about, and that was one of them. So no, I did recall
No,
that,
yes,
right?
that's right.
I have worked with that client, and I want to punch that client in the face when he says shit like that, right? Like, it's just, I get where you're coming from. This is like an engineer's brain.
They're
just doing the math problem, right? And they're outcome driven all the time. It's all the time. If I do this, then that.
A plus B equals C.
A plus B equals C. Whatever it happens to be. 2 + 2 = 4. They don't understand that they need to be process driven, and the outcome will come, but how that comes is not defined. We could make some pretty good guesses, right? But there's a lot of factors that go into that. So how long will it take me to to lose 10 pounds? Well, again, like you said, if that math worked out, then the math would math, but it doesn't math. It just never does.
If only it worked that systematically and that linearly.
Yeah. At the same time, without overcomplicating it, it is about being in a deficit at some level, but also being at an optimal level through things like metabolism and sleep and rest and recovery and all those things in order to, hormonal balance, in order to maximize that stuff. So, while somebody may have the potential in, this given period of time to lose that 10 pounds, that doesn't mean they're doing all the things in the process to get there. And the nutrition piece is like the one thing that can get very gray very quickly versus exercise, where we know, you could even kind of just get in the ballpark or even in the parking lot of the ballpark, with your resistance training and have pretty good results, have a good result. And that's, I think, and we see that because it's been so dumbed down, over the years, and still people get great results. Like the meathead approach works until it doesn't. Lift heavy stuff. Yeah. Lift heavy stuff. You're going to put on some muscle, right? You're going to get stronger. That's the way the body works. But just because you cut calories doesn't mean you're going to lose body fat. It doesn't work that way. And so trying to equate those two things is a challenge for people.